So we talked about the benefits. Let me take you now for a quick virtual tour through the factory. And again, at the beginning of the presentation, I said to you that it only takes us 6 days to build a house. So I've got about 10 slides here, maybe 12, and I'm going to take you for that 6-day tour right now. So in day one, we can frame out the whole floor system. All the floors are 2x10s. They're 16 inches on center. This gentleman is putting PL 4000 glue adhesive down on top of the 2x10s, and then we come through and we put 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood floor decking down. This is all glued and fastened to the 2x10 floor joist. You really can't see it here, but we do double up the 2x10s, as I said before, for extra strength for transportation. So just in one day, we're framing the floor system out for a whole 2,400 or 3,000 square foot home. At the same time we build the floor systems, on the other part of the factory, we're building the walls. So we're still in day 1/day 2 of the production process, and very simply what we do to build our walls is we lay 1/2 inch drywall down on these A-frame jigs. We set all of our framing members in place. We have a single plate, bottom plate, a double top plate, 2x10 headers for windows. Everything is 16 inches on center. All the outside walls are 2x6. All the interior walls are 2x4. And the mating wall where the two halves come together are 2x3s to form a 2x6 wall. All this drywall is glued to the studs, and once that glue adhesive dries, they're lifted up with this overhead crane. And again, just in day 1 to day 2 of the production process, I have all the walls set. This is one module that you're looking at right here. This particular house has a walkout angle bay on the gable end of the house. These perimeter bands are just for transportation purposes. They'll get cut out once we set the house on the foundation. But again, in just day 1 to 2 of the production process, the floors and the walls are completely done. Heading into day 2 to day 3, now that we have the walls set in place, we can start building our roof system. And very simply, what we do is lay 5/8 inch drywall down on our roof jig. We set all of our rafters in place. We do several different roof pitches: 5/12, 7/12, 9/12, 12/12, hip roofs, straight gable roofs, a lot of components to choose from there and a lot of different options. But regardless of what style roof you have, we always use 5/8 inch drywall on the bottom of the bottom cord of the truss. Again, this is all foam seal glued. As you can see here, once that glue sets up, we lift it up with this overhead crane. We bring it over and we set it down on top of the wall systems. And you can see here we got a perfect fit. So again, in just day 2 to day 3, the house is completely framed out. Now that our framing is done, we can start the electrical and plumbing. You can see this gentleman here is wiring all the outlets. So behind all the sheetrock that's not on this particular side of the wall yet, we're doing all the electrical and the plumbing work. We wire this house the same way you would wire a house if you were conventionally building in the field. It's all 200 amp electrical service. All the outlets, switches, and all the light fixtures are installed right inside the factory. Plumbing also gets installed here. We use PEX plumbing and PVC drain and waste lines. When I get a little bit further down, you'll see where we install the tub, showers, faucets, vanities, even right down to the kitchen sink. Day 3 of the production process, now that we've got all of our utilities done, we can then do the drywall on the other side of the wall. These gentlemen here, while they're on the inside, taping and spackling all the seams in the drywall. You can see they're on stilts here, making it real easy to get up there. And on the outside, while these gentlemen are working on the inside, we're insulating the outside walls. Your outside walls are insulated with R21 insulation, batt insulation. We also offer a option for open cell spray foam insulation. A lot of you have probably seen that on HGTV, where they completely fill this cavity with what's called an open cell spray foam insulation. That is an option as well. We then sheathe the whole outside of the house with 1/2 inch CDX plywood, exterior rated plywood. If you want some extra insulation value on the outside walls beyond an R21, we can install this 1 inch foam board. It's called Energy Shield foam board, and that goes right over the top of the 1/2 inch plywood sheathing. and this will give you up to an R26 insulation factor in that outside wall. So right now we're only in day 3 of the production process, and we're already starting a lot of the interior finish. Day 4 to 5, we now start installing our windows because all the framing is done. Our standard window at the factory is an Andersen 400 series window. Understand that we install any Andersen window that's in their catalog. There's a lot of different colors to choose from. There's double hungs, there's casements, there's arch tops, there's circle top windows. Again, different grill patterns. If Andersen makes it, very simply, we can install it, but Andersen is our window of choice. It's the only window we offer at the factory, and the 400 series is our standard window at the factory. After this gentleman installs the windows on the outside, we've got a crew that comes in. They're installing the interior trim. Again, a lot of different options to choose from. There's not just one trim pattern. A lot of different styles to choose from, a lot of different sizes. But we do install all the trim around the windows, including a windowsill. Once that gets installed, we've got this young lady here that is actually prime coat painting the whole interior of the house. You can see where the window is trimmed here and the windowsill is on. So she sprays it with a paint that I call Westchester White. And after we spray it on, we go back and we roll it to give it a little bit of texture. We're now just in day 5 of the construction process, and you can see how the walls are painted. A lot of the switch plates are on. We've got rocker panel switches here, and all the plates are on. And now we can start installing the kitchen cabinets. And again, when Dave takes you through the design process, you'll see that we use Merillat cabinets, and we custom design the kitchen with you going through the design process. So if you want trash bin hampers in your kitchen, or you want this peninsula island in your kitchen, we design that for you through the whole design process. Okay, you can see this particular customer chose a white, painted white cabinet, and they wanted a different color for the island, or for the complete base cabinets for that matter, which is more of a Pacific blue type color. So again, all those different options are available, and Merillat has quite a wide range of different wood species, different styles, different stains, and different paints to choose from. This gentleman is up just installing some crown molding. This particular kitchen, this is a module that you can see the plastic is actually wrapped on it. The countertops aren't installed yet, but all the cabinets are in. This particular customer probably deleted their countertops. Maybe they're doing something a little different on site, but the under cabinet lighting's all installed, and this house is just about ready to ship. You can see all the recessed lights that they've chosen in their kitchen layout as well. So this is just day 5 of the production process. Getting into day 5 to 6, while we're downstairs installing the kitchen cabinets and vanities and tubs, up on the mezzanine, which is up above the roof system in our factory, we're installing an R38 insulation as a standard. The roof sheathing is 5/8 inch exterior rated plywood. We do put 6 feet, 2 layers or 6 feet of ice and water shield to prevent ice damming, then 15-pound felt paper, and then this gentleman here is installing an architectural grade shingle by Owens Corning. And again, there's a lot of different flavors to choose from. Most of the shingles are installed at the factory. Those that are not are completely finished by our set crew out in the field the day that we're setting your house on the foundation. We do install some of the siding in the factory. This is a cedar shake look siding. This is by Certainteed. Again, there's a lot of different options to choose from. We haven't quite finished the siding on this particular house yet. But again, a lot of different options to choose from. So when you do speak to one of our builders in their design center or model home, they'll be able to show you all the different options. And there's really not a siding that you can't have. Even if I don't install it at the factory, very simply, the builder deletes it out, and they'll install whatever siding you'd like in the field. Day 6, here we are. We've installed all the drywall, everything is painted, kitchen cabinets are in, vanity cabinets are in, light fixtures are in, and now we're wrapping the house with plastic. You can see the vinyl siding on this one side is completely done. We wrap the house in plastic, and now we're ready to transport it to the job site and set it on the foundation. So in just 6 short days, we can build up to a 3,000 square foot house in just 6 short days in the factory. It would be very difficult to try to duplicate that kind of time out on the construction site. Quite frankly, it's almost impossible. So again, that kind of takes you through the construction process. I do again want to point out that the slideshow really doesn't do it any justice. If you like what you saw today and you like what you heard, we invite you to come to the factory. We are planning on opening up the second week in May, and hopefully we'll be able to start our live factory open house tours up shortly after that. We will certainly be posting that to let everybody know. So that takes us through the production process. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Dave Rockledge, who's going to talk to you about the design process. So Dave, with that, I am going to turn the reins over to you, sir.